Stop wasting hours setting up massive testing labs or writing custom Python scripts just to decode a single payload. If you are into cybersecurity, these are 10 must-known websites that feels like cheat codes but are completely legal and incredibly useful for your daily workflow. I'm skipping the obvious one like Sodan and showing you practical tools that ethical hackers and security professionals actually use. And make sure you stay until the end. The last website is something every cybersecurity professional should bookmark. So grab your coffee, open a terminal, and let's get started. If you have ever needed to decode base64, generate hashes, decrypt data, convert format, or manipulate files, CyberChef is probably the only tool you will need. Often called the Swiss Army knife of cybersecurity, CyberSecurity contains hundreds of operations that can be combined using a single drag and drop interface. Need to decode multiple layers of encoded text? No problem. Need to calculate SSA-256 hashes? It's easy. Need to analyze suspicious data? CyberSecurity can do that too. Whether you are extracting complicated malicious strings from a PowerShell script, decoding images, encoding audio, or any files, it does it without your data ever leaving the local browser. A static device scanner only tell you what a file look like. If you want to see what malware actually does, you need to watch it run live. This is Any.Run, an interactive malware sandbox. Instead of uploading a file and waiting for a boring text report, Any.Run launches a live Windows virtual machine right inside your browser. You can click Files, open malicious attachment, and execute commands manually. Meanwhile, it charts a real-time graph showing hidden process, spawning, registry keys, changing, and network traffic attempting to call back to C2 servers. This makes it an incredible learning platform for malware analysts, SOC analysts, incident responder, and students who want to understand how malicious software behaves without putting their own system at risk. Hackers spend 90% of their time on reconnaissance. If you want to map a target's entire digital footprint in under 10 seconds, this is how. DNS Dumpster is a free recon tool that gathers publicly available DNS information about a domain. Simply enter a website like youtube.com and within seconds, it reveals subdomains, mail servers, DNS record, IP address, and even provides a visual map showing how these systems are connected. This is incredibly useful during the reconnaissance phase of a penetration test because organizations often forget about old subdomain or services that are still accessible from the internet. Those forgotten assets can become security risk. Remember, DNS Dumpster only collects publicly available information. It does not hack anything. But for ethical hackers, bug bounty hunter, and security professions, it's one of the fastest ways to build a picture of a target's infrastructure before moving on to deeper testing. Have you ever wondered whether your email address has been involved in a data breach? Have I been pwned helps answer exactly that. Simply enter your email address and it checks against hundreds of publicly disclosed data breaches to see whether your account information has appeared in leaked databases. If your email has been compromised, the website also tells you which breach it appeared in and what types of information may have been exposed. This is one of the easiest ways to monitor your digital footprint and know when it's time to change password, enable multi-factor authentication, or improve your account security. It's a simple tool, not just cybersecurity professional, but one that every internet user should know about. Is your email clean? Check it right now. Discovering a software version is only half the job. The next question is, does a public exploit exist? That's where exploit database or exploitdb comes in. Maintained by Offensive Security, exploitdb contains thousands of publicly disclosed exploits, proof of concept code, local privilege escalation techniques, remote code execution vulnerabilities, and security advisories. Simply search by software name, version, or CV number to find whether researchers have already published exploit code. For penetration testers, it's an essential reference during vulnerability validation. For defenders, how attackers may attempt to exploit vulnerable software so they can prioritize patching. It is the ultimate bridge between discovering a vulnerability and executing it. Are you cracking or defending? Let me know in the comment below. Learning ethical hacking isn't just about reading articles. You need practical experience. Pentest Ground provides legal environment where you can practice penetration testing techniques without worrying about breaking the law. You will encounter intentionally vulnerable machine and realistic scenarios that helps you develop skill in reconnaissance, enumeration, exploitation, privilege escalation, and post-exploitation. It is a great platform for beginners who want hands-on practice before moving to advanced lab or real-world engagement. Always remember, practice on authorized environment only. It is the ultimate ethical playground to sharpen your skills on live target. Have you ever received a suspicious link and wonder whether it was safe to open? Instead of taking the risk, use urlscan.io. This website safely visits the URL inside the isolated environment and records everything that happens. It captures a screenshot of the page, identifies the technologies, lists domain contacted by the websites, shows network requests, JavaScript actively, and much more. For cybersecurity professionals, it's an excellent OSINT tool. You can investigate phishing websites, inspect suspicious domain, or simply learn how modern websites communicate behind the scenes. The best part is that you never have to visit the potentially dangerous website yourself, making URL scan an invaluable resources for security analysis. Stay safe and track your links here. One of the most common tasks during penetration testing is generating reverse shell. But remembering the syntax for Bash, PowerShell, Python, PHP, Netcat, or Perl can be frustrating. Reverse shell solves the problem instantly. Simply choose your target operating system, programming language, IP address, and listening port, and it automatically generates the correct reverse shell command for you. It even includes options to bypass common restrictions and provide different shell variations depending on the environment you are working in. Instead of searching Google every time you forget a command, reverse shell become your personal reverse shell generator, saving time during the lab. City of an authorized penetration test. It turns an error-prone manual step into a flawless instant copy-paste. Save this for your next CTF or lab engagement. If you have ever searched Google for privilege escalation techniques, Windows exploitation, Active Directory attacks, or web application testing, chances are you have already landed on Hacktricks. Hacktricks is one of the most comprehensive knowledge base for ethical hacking. It contains practical guide covering Linux, Windows, cloud security, Active Directory, Docker, Kubernetes, web applications, and much more. Unlike traditional documentation, Hacktricks is designed for hands-on learning. Most topics include commands, explanations, examples, and step-by-step walkthrough. Whether you are pen testing for certification like PNPT, OSCP, or participating in bug bounty programs, Hacktricks is a resource you will keep coming back to. It turns hours of research into a 5-second lookup. If you haven't bookmarked Hacktricks yet, you are doing it hard way. Think of FOFA as a search engine, but instead of searching websites, it searches internet connected devices. With FOFA, you can discover web servers, IoT devices, cameras, router, VPN gateways, industrial control systems, and many other services that are publicly accessible. Security professionals use it for asset discovery, attack surface management, threat intelligence, and exposure assessment. Its powerful search filter allows you to narrow results by country, software, operating system, service port, and many other attributes. If you want to understand what systems are exposed to the internet, FOFA is an incredibly valuable research tool. What's the weirdest things you have found online? Let me know below. And that's it for today's video. I hope you discover some new website that will make your cybersecurity journey easier. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to CyberSharks and hit the bell icon so you will never miss our latest cybersecurity content. Which one of these 10 websites are you going to open first? Comment below and stay ethical. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep learning, hack ethically and stay secure.